All right, young supers, when you change to a new builder, the new builder is taking a big risk. Because you might have talked all good in the interview, but it takes months to figure out if you are what you are. And so, long story short, I've already had a bunch of closings, but there were a bunch of closings where I took over the last 2 months of the build, the 1 month of the build, so the customer and I never got to get to know each other. Now I'm starting to get, now I have the first survey from a customer I took over right around drywall. So for you young supers out there, there's this thing called the Triple Crown. You're number one in closings every year. You're number one in customer scores for the year. And at the 1 year mark, you have the lowest warranty spend. Let that sink in. So, I did the closing with the customer, and we talked about the survey. And I said, you know, if you think you had a good time with me, just please write something fun, like you're going to name a pet fish after me or something. Just, you know, have it fun, because the survey's read by everyone throughout the entire company. So earlier today, I was in a pre-close with a customer, about 2.5 hours. I walk into the office, in radio silence. And guy in purchasing says, dude, I don't recall the last time I've seen a survey like that. What are you talking about? You didn't see your survey today? No, I didn't. So I sat down on the computer and then going through my emails, and then here it is. So I'm just going to read this as fast as I can, because you young supers, this is a wonderful job. This is my vocation and my profession. And most of my customers live far away, so they don't see how I do my job day to day. But this customer kind of lived close enough. They were able to come every 2-3 weeks and see how I do it. And so there it all is. And so I hope this to inspire and not to brag, but is what I really get up every day with is measuring myself against what Mark Twain said. Kindness is a language the deaf can hear and the blind can see. So let's just see what the customer wrote. So the question above, there's some personal information, so I cover. Can you give us one example of your construction experience? And she says, I can't give you one. You need to know this about my experience. All of the questions above would have been a 1 out of 10, if it weren't for our constantly positive measuring tape suspender wearing, by the books, knows his stuff, would pick him as a neighbor, builder, Jamie. This man needs a big S on his undershirt because he was our Superman. Wait, at one point, I'm pretty sure I may have seen a red S hidden just a bit by the suspenders. Smiley face. Our original builder did not communicate at all. No calls, no return calls, no texts, no pictures, unless we guilted him into a picture or two. The day we came to our pre-drywall walk that we had to actively pursue, our builder told us, I just meet you and you ask questions. We don't point things out. He also did not know the house was already stuccoed, nor that the hole in the wall in one of the bedrooms was, for what I found out from a neighbor, was for bug deterrent device. When Jamie found us lurking near him, I was doing a pre-drywall with a customer like right out their back door. He saw our despair and took us under his wing. I will be eternally grateful for our personal Mr. Uncorruptible. Jamie made sure we were happy on a weekly basis, sometimes more. He sent us weekly updates to us with great detail and pictures. If we called anything out, he was right back to us with an answer. He never wanted for anything, and this is where it's going to get tough for me to get through. He never wanted for anything and always refused any kindness, but for his crews. Each time we visited, and Jamie didn't seem to mind the visits, he treated his crew like they were precious. The respect he showed for contractors was like nothing I had ever even seen. He fed them cookies and other goodies, so that certainly helped keep them happy, but it was his kindness toward them, even speaking Spanish to them, that was so awesome to see. He cared for each one he interacted with like a proud father. We loved witnessing this. If Jamie tells you he's a hard grader, he is, but he is also as soft and kind as they get. I think if he had a kitten trapped in one of those hot rooftops, he would personally strip down his suspenders and scale the walls like Spider-Man to save the poor fella. All kidding aside, we are so blessed to have Jamie as our builder. Even though he wasn't there pre-drywall, he still told us, and it goes on. So, for you young supers out there, this is a job you can be Superman. Just get up, look yourself in the mirror, and ask yourself, how would my mother love to see me approach this day? And just do it. Being kind is so easy and very effective.